Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and thank you for listening to OWWR, Old Westbury Web Radio, broadcast from the State University of New York at Old Westbury. This is OWWR Sports, live from the Clark Athletic Center at SUNY Old Westbury in Old Westbury, New York. A special program for you this evening. We are celebrating the first men's basketball game live on the air here from the Clark Athletic Center. In addition, OWWR DJ Andrew C. is on hand, providing entertainment for the festivities. But tonight, it's all about the men's basketball teams. The Old Westbury Panthers are taking on the John J. Bloodhounds here from the Clark Athletic Center in Old Westbury, New York. Tonight, your play-by-play commentator is Ryan Garcia. Your color commentator is Mohamed Ducaray. Your courtline reporter is Jill Schaefer. In the studio, Angelina Zavala. So on behalf of the entire OWWR sports team, we're glad you could join us this evening for this special matchup. Without further delay, let me kick things over to Ryan Garcia and Mohamed Ducaray. Thanks for listening.
Well, thank you to our station manager. That was Joseph Manfredi, live here at the Clark Athletic Center as the SUNY Old Westbury Panthers get ready to take on the John Jay College Bloodhounds. These two teams both 0-4, winless in the 2025 to 2026 collegiate season. But these two teams, one of them is going to walk away scratching that goose egg from the win column. We'd like to thank you all for joining us right here on OWWR Old Westbury Web Radio. We're here for an action-packed night at the Clark Athletic Center, and I'm joined by the one and only Mohamed Ducaray. Mohamed, tell me, how are you feeling going into tonight, and what are you noticing with these two teams in this matchup?
Yeah, Ryan, I'm feeling great today. Seeing two winless teams just trying to get their first win is just a great show.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we talk about two teams needing desperately to get in the win column, the SUNY Old Westbury Panthers were defeated in their most recent matchup, as were the John Jay Bloodhounds. SUNY Old Westbury fell to Clark University in a score of 85-65. The Bloodhounds fell to SUNY Maritime College, and that was a closer score. It was 74-85. So when we look at these two teams, both of them have struggled with shooting efficiency throughout the season, that being when it not only inside the paint, inside the three-point line, but outside the three-point line as well. For the Bloodhounds, they're shooting just 32.8% from three on the season. The Panthers, 26.2%. Their opponent, the Panthers' opponent, that being, shooting 39% against them from three, and for the Bloodhounds, 42.3%. So these are two teams that have struggled defensively on the season, Mohamed, and have also struggled offensively. Do you think we're going to be seeing more of an offensive shootout or a defensive slugfest?
I think both teams they're not really shooting that well, so I think just trying to see a game between two really defensive-minded teams, I think, is going to give a really good sight for everybody.
Yeah, and I'd be remiss to not mention the leading three-point maker for the Bloodhounds, Jameer Stewart, who is shooting 46.7% from three this year. He's averaged over a three-pointer attempt per game. He's not shooting well from the field, but he has been a sharp shooter from outside. He leads them in free throw makes, tied with Keyshawn Miller in that category. These two have been able to generate a lot of offense, not efficiently, but they've definitely been able to do so. For the SUNY Old Westbury Panthers, on their end, their most efficient scorers on the season, there aren't many efficient scorers, but on the three-point shooting side, you have Bradley Young, who's shooting 41.7% from three-point land. He has 5 makes, 12 attempts. He's shooting 37.5% from the field. So looking at the top three-point shooters here, I think they're going to be the key. If you can generate some offense from outside of the paint and you can get some shooting, make people pay attention and really have to put defensive energy, put defenders on the perimeter, and have to cover you all night, it's going to open up space for your big men. But, Mohamed, when you look at that shooting differential, do you believe the Panthers can overcome about a 6% difference in three-point shooting efficiency in favor of the Bloodhounds?
Yeah, the Panthers, they're only shooting 26% from that three-point line. So, if you're not that good three-point shooting team, it makes you a lot easier to guard. They don't really have to guard the perimeter as much as they should, and that just allows for easier defensive coverage. And their opponents are shooting almost 40% from the three-point line. So not only are they struggling from that three-point line, they're struggling guarding it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the three-point differential at any basketball level is important when we talk about being able to win the basketball game. If you're allowing more three-point attempts, you're allowing more three-point makes, you're likely not going to claim victory in that contest unless, again, you have an incredible performance inside the paint, which has been tough for both teams. It's not like they've been efficient inside the paint either. So I'm looking at the Panthers, I'm looking at their top shooters, and they're going to have to step up tonight in order to make up for the lack of scoring the rest of the team has had. Both these teams, again, have struggled a lot defensively. For the Bloodhounds, their opponents are shooting 49.5%. You can round that up to 50% on the season. For the Panthers, it's the same mark, 49.5%, but the difference, again, in three-point percentage. And the Panthers have held their opponents to a 39.2% three-point percentage. That's not good, but the Bloodhounds, it's 42.3%. So the Bloodhounds are allowing a higher three-point efficiency against their opponents than the Panthers are. Perhaps the Panthers, who have shot poorly on the season, can find a way to turn their shooting woes around tonight in what needs to be a win for them. There aren't going to be a lot of games on the schedule where you look at it and you say there's a win to be had here. This is one of them from the Old Westbury. What are your two keys for the Panthers winning tonight?
So, the John Jay College, they don't really have a really good three-point defense, so they have to knock down these three-point shots that John Jay are giving up a lot. And also, I think they also have to get in that paint, force turnovers, and just score at will, because, as soon as that paint opens up, the whole entire game opens up as well.
Yeah, the Bloodhounds have turned the ball over 48 times this year in 600 minutes. That's 3 games played. For the Panthers, they've turned the ball over 64 times with 28 steals in their 4 games, so they are pretty turnover heavy in terms of the turnover to steal ratio. For the Bloodhounds, it's 48-23, so Bloodhounds have been doing a better job of creating takeaways and keeping the ball from being turned over, although they are turnover prone. So definitely looking at the turnover to steal ratio tonight. If the Panthers can have a better turnover to steal ratio, I think that at least puts them in a good spot. You can't have wasted possessions. When you have a possession, it needs to turn into a field goal attempt. Mohammed, what do you think is a good way for teams to, or at least the Panthers tonight, to try and keep the turnovers down? Because that's been a real issue for them this season.
Just playing the smart way. Keep the ball in the point guard's hands, because the coach trusts him to have the ball, so why shouldn't his teammates? Sometimes other teammates, they want to bring up the ball, try to score, get a little selfish, but just stay level-minded, play as a team, and just think as one, be one.
Absolutely, and Joel Ofri, number 12 for the Panthers, he leads the team in points per game, and he leads the team in field goal attempts. He's shooting a solid 46.3% from the field. Not doing so well from three-point land, but he's only taken 6 three-pointers. He leads them in blocks as well with 4. In terms of the turnover issue, he has led them in turnovers with 12, but he also is averaging over 9 rebounds a game. So I think if you look at the Panthers, Ofori is a player who can not only put up point production, generate offense, but also turn misses into extra possessions, which I do think is key. You need to win the possession column, you need to win the three-point column. Those are the 2 keys. You do those 2 things, you're going to win the basketball game more times than not. And for the Panthers, again, this is a game I view as a must-win on your schedule. When you go 0-4, it becomes 0-5, 0-6, 0-7. You look up the schedule, and your season's over by the time December rolls around. So the Panthers need to pick up a win tonight, get in that win column, feel good about yourself. For the Bloodhounds, they're 0-3. If they win tonight, they go to 1-3. So they're feeling not like their season's completely turned around, but you get the monkey off your back.
Yeah.
For the Panthers, 0-5 would be detrimental. 1-4, not that it's good, but it's at least a better situation here. So, Mohammed, how desperate do you think the Panthers are going to be for a victory tonight?
I've seen sports teams, they get those losses early on, and they think it's just the beginning of the season, we'll improve later on, and they just never end up getting those wins that they thought they would get later on. So you always got to play that first game like it's your last. You can't just take those L's and say, on to the next game. You gotta win. You gotta play to win.
To quote one of the infamous Rocky movies, there is no tomorrow. It starts today. It cannot be a tomorrow thing. It cannot be a next game. There is no tomorrow. So, Mohammed, as we get closer to the 6 o'clock hour, final predictions. How do you think the Panthers will fare in this contest?
The Panthers, they've been facing pretty great teams so far. So I think that them playing a team that's in their conference, playing those good teams, I think that was practice for them, for these conference teams, and I think they're going to fare a lot better against the John Jay Bloodhounds.
absolutely. I fully agree, Mohammed. Well, that'll wrap up our pregame show here on OWWR Old Westbury Web Radio. But do not go anywhere, because coming up next is SUNY Old Westbury men's basketball. Panthers, Bloodhounds, coming up next. And we are back here at the Old Westbury, at the Clark Athletic Center here at Old Westbury College campus. It is an incredible matchup between the Panthers and the Bloodhounds that will begin here in just a few minutes. They're announcing starting lineups for the John Jay College Bloodhounds. We'll hear the starting lineup for the SUNY Old Westbury Panthers in just a bit. We just had the national anthem. Mohammed, I think as we see people start filing in, the crowd energy is going to play a big role in how this game ends up going, in my opinion. What do you think? Yeah,
we have a pretty big crowd, and I think it's only going to get even bigger as the game goes on. So the Panthers are going to have to put on a show for their home team.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we start looking at where the offense is at for the Panthers, they're going to need a lot more from the efficiency standpoint. And as we start hearing the announcements here, Bradley Young, Jermaine King Jr. among the starters. Joel O'Free, an expected starter. He's starting tonight as well alongside Young and King Jr.
Yeah, and the Panthers, I think their team is pretty big compared to the Bloodhounds.
Yeah, they've got size. They've definitely got size, that being the Panthers. And we'll see if that can work to their advantage. So it'll be the starting lineup announced now for the Panthers. It'll be King Jr., Young, Ofori, Mariola, and Balta in the starting five for the Panthers. And as we await tip-off here at the SUNY Old Westbury Clark Athletic Center, I think there's a lot of excitement in this building for at least the possibility of a win here, that they need to get back in the win column here. So I do think there's a level of palpable excitement at the Clark Athletic Center. Mohammed, what are your keys seeing the starting lineup? There's a little bit of size on the Bloodhound size, but I think the Panthers a little more consistency in their size.
Yeah, and just looking at this lineup, this is the same exact lineup that played against Clark University. And Joel Ofori, he had himself a game. He had 27 points. Bradley Young, he had 17 points. Akeem Wally, he had 18. King Jr. had 7, and Balta had 2. So they were a really good team, and I think they're going to have to be just a little bit better in this matchup.
Well, it's tip-off here at the Clark Athletic Center. The Bloodhounds won the tip-off. They're passing it around the key. Bloodhounds trying to get some offense set up. Screen set up. Bloodhounds trying to get inside the paint. Jump shot. It's good. Bloodhounds get the scoring started. It's 2-0 for John Jay.
Yeah, and number 2 for the Bloodhounds got into that pull-up midi, and he took advantage of that screen when he had Jermaine O'Neal on him.
Panthers trying to get some offense set up of their own on the three-point line. Three-point attempt. No good. Air ball. It'll be Bloodhound basketball. A wide miss for the Panthers there. That was number 33. That was number 33, Balta, who missed his three-point attempt.
Yeah, Balta, he's from Turkey, so
a lot of international talent on this Panther roster.
Yep.
As the Bloodhounds passing the rock around, trying to get something set up. A little bit of stalemate here. They try to set up a screen. Bloodhounds driving to the rim. A foul called. It is ruled a moving screen. It will be Panther basketball.
Yeah, and James Bradbury, he's a unit. He's a big guy right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And as they continue the Panthers looking to try and get their first points on the board. Panthers taking the ball up right now. Driving to the rim. And it's good for the Panthers. Tied up at 2 here in the Clark Athletic Center.
Yeah, and King Jr. getting things started for the Panthers.
Quick movement by King Jr. to get that going as Panthers tied up at 2. Now Bloodhounds with the ball. Trying to set something up at the top of the key. Trying to get back in the paint where they've had some success early in this contest. Bloodhounds, a lot of passing, a lot of ball movement. Driving to the rim. Open layup, and it's good for the Bloodhounds. They make it 4-2 here in the Clark Athletic Center.
Yeah, and they're taking advantage of that paint. They're just going in the paint every time.
Absolutely. Panthers just barely keep the ball on their side. Driving to the rim, Ofori. Jump shot, no good. That was number 31 for the Panthers.
Yeah, Akeem Wally, he tried to get a pull-up midi right there, but hit the side of the backboard.
Three-point attempt for the Bloodhounds, rebounded by the Panthers. That was a miss. It's 4-2 if you're joining us here in the Clark Athletic Center. Keyshawn Miller driving the ball to the paint. Passing it out to his teammates. Trying to get something set up. Jump shot blocked by the Bloodhounds, taken away. They're driving to the basket. They have an advantage. The layup is up and good. Bloodhounds take a 6-4-2 lead here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and the Bloodhounds, they're doing a really good job of attacking that paint and just getting things started in the paint. They're not even shooting any threes yet.
Jermaine King Jr. just dumped it off to one of his teammates. Panthers trying to move the ball away, generate some offense. They've been denied. Bradley Young dumped it off again. It'll be King with the ball. King passes it out. Panthers trying to generate some offense. Number 33, that being Balta, misses the layup. Bloodhounds rebound efficiently. Trying to generate some offense. A lot of ball movement. They've been dominating time of possession here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and the Panthers, they're guarding a lot of pick action right now, screens.
Yeah, lots of screens here as the three-point attempt by the Bloodhounds is good. It is 9-2 here in the first quarter. Early deficit for the Panthers. We're trying to climb out of this hole. It's Jermaine King Jr. who dumps it off and gets it right back, passes it out. Easy cutting screen, fouled. That is number 12 for the Panthers, Joel Ofori, their leading point scorer on the season. That was Balta who dumped it off to Ofori, and now Ofori will get 2 shots at the free throw line.
Yeah, and Ofori, he got into that paint strong, and he's going to shoot some free throws, and hopefully that rubs off on his teammates as well.
Yeah, the Panthers need to get back on the board here. Ofori's first attempt from the charity stripe is no good. It remains 9-2 here in the Clark Athletic Center.
Yeah, and even though he didn't miss that, he got a foul on one of the Bloodhounds, so, that's one step closer to getting in that bonus. Panthers
convert the second free throw attempt. They go 1 for 2 from the free throw line. It's 9-3 for joining us here in the first quarter. The first half, the Bloodhounds now have it. They're trying to generate some semblance of offense after a hot start here in the first quarter. Wide cross-court pass, risky pass, but no one was home. Bloodhounds still have it. Dumps it off to the corner. Three-point attempt. No good. Panthers scrambling for the rebound. They get it. Taking the ball up the court is King Jr. King Jr. surveying the offense. They're passing it around. Lots of ball movement here early on. Ofori surveying the defense. That's Imole heading to the rim, and he's not there. Ofori rebound, and he puts it up. It's good. Panthers within 4 points. It's 9-5 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and Ofori, he's just always looking for that ball, and he got a putback right there, and now his team is only down 4 points.
Yep, it's a 2-possession game here in the Clark Athletic Center. Bloodhounds generating some ball movement. Jump shot attempt, no good, rebounded by the Panthers. King Jr. taking the ball up the court. The rebound was generated by the Panthers. Three-point attempt, no good. Off the rim, rolled off, and it's handed off to the Bloodhounds, who rebounded effectively. They have it taking the ball up the court.
Yeah, and the Panthers, they've already taken 2 3-point shots, and none have seemed to drop.
3-point shooting we mentioned as a big key here. Bloodhounds have taken one, have taken multiple, and have made one. Panthers yet to make one so far here. Bloodhounds, three-pointer. It's no good. Rebounded by the Panthers. Panthers pushing it up the tempo. King Jr. driving to the rim. Dumps it off to his teammate. And it's a turnover. Risky pass there. You can see the Panthers' first turnover of the game there. Akinwale unable to handle the pass. That was a little bit off mark, to say the least.
Yeah, King Jr. sort of tried to pressure the defense, but his team wasn't all up, so he had to make that risky pass right there.
That's the risk of pushing the tempo a little bit. Sometimes they move too fast for their own good, as the Bloodhounds currently have it. It's 9-5, and Panthers, lots of defenders in the paint, but the three-point attempt is good from the Bloodhounds.
Kopech with a 3-point shot. That's his second 3-point attempt, and he gets the second one to drop, and he's going to see a lot more of those if the Panthers keep playing that zone that they are.
Absolutely. They had some pressure in the paint, but they have not been defending the perimeter well. King Jr. dumps it off. They swing it across the perimeter. Akinwale gets free, passes it off. Can the Panthers generate some offense here? Three-point attempt, not even close. Turnover, air ball. That's Ofori who shot the three. He's claiming there was some contact made, trying to plead his case, but the officials not willing to overturn the no call they had on the court. It'll be Bloodhound ball here as they take it up in the first quarter.
Yeah, and the Panthers, they've been making a habit of just forcing these 3-point shots, and none of them are really dropping.
They're not really even close on the mark either. A couple of air balls from the perimeter here early as the Panthers force a turnover. King Jr. driving to the rim, layup. No good. Rebounded by the Panthers. Layup is also denied there. Beautiful defense by the Bloodhounds. Foul called against the Panthers and remain Bloodhound ball. Bloodhounds ferocious on the defensive end there. That could have been really dangerous for them. That could have become a 12-7 game. Instead, it remains a 7-point contest.
Yeah, and I noticed he was like the only Panther down there against 4 Bloodhounds. So maybe if his teammates were down there with him, they probably would have saw an opportunity to score.
Absolutely. Great. That's a really good point when it comes to, where guys need to be, and they weren't there at the right time. Bloodhounds currently have the ball. 3-point attempt for the Bloodhounds. It's good. They drain the 3-point attempt. It is 15-5 in the Clark Athletic Center. King Jr. taking the ball up the court. Swing pass across the perimeter. That's Akinwale with the ball right now, surveying the defense, trying to find a way to bail out there. King Jr. finds his way to the ball again. That was from Bradley Young. Akinwale on the far side of the court near the baseline. Dumps it off. And they turn it over, that being the Panthers. An attempt to try to fake it out by Balta didn't work. Bloodhounds read it and they snuffed it out. They currently have the ball, trying to create some dysentery, and the Panthers get the ball right back. Driving to the rim. Advantage Panthers there, and it's good. It's a 2-point play from Ofori, and it is 15-7.
Yeah, and great move by Ofori right there, going straight into the net, going straight to the rim.
Absorbing contact and forcing the Bloodhounds in a tough position there, as they now have it here. And the Panthers create another turnover. They're racing to the basket. Contested layup, no good, but the foul called. That'll be 2 for the Panthers. They'll head to the charity stripe, and that's a big, big sequence of plays there. 2 turnovers, and now 2 scoring opportunities.
Yeah, and they're doing a really great job of forcing those turnovers.
Absolutely, and going to the line are the Panthers.
Yeah, Imole Akinwale.
Akinwale going to take 2 from the charity stripe.
He's 0-2 for the season. And
0-3 now.
Yep.
Panthers 1 for 3 from the free throw line. That's an auspicious start for them. That's 2 points they've left on the board in what's been a pretty one-sided game here for the Bloodhounds. Akinwale looking to try and make his second attempt. And it's no good. He's 0 for 4 on the season, rebounded by the Bloodhounds. Bloodhounds taking it up the court, slowing down a little bit, not trying to force another turnover, create another turnover. Kopech, an immediate threat from 3, just dumps it off there. Bloodhounds have it. Wide open three-pointer from the corner. No good for the Bloodhounds. Rebound by the Panthers. Hustle rebound there as they almost knocked it out of bounds. Panthers will slow it down. King Jr. dumps it off. 3-point attempt for the Panthers. It's good. 3-point play. That was Akinwale, who makes up for the 2 missed free throws, and it is 15-10 in the first half.
Yeah, and Akinwale, he was 0-5 from the 3-point line for the season before that one, so he's trying to get his season right back on the mark.
Yep, as the Bloodhounds looking to respond here after the first 3-point make for the Panthers on the game. Kopech, very dangerous from the perimeter. 2 Panthers immediately surround him. Kick ball, and it goes against the Panthers. Bloodhounds will keep it. Shot clock at 9. We've got 11:52 here in the first half. They'll reset the shot clock to 20. Kopech dumps it off, inbounds it. Bloodhounds have it. Immediate drive to the basket. Rims out. Panthers rebound it. They'll slow it down. King Jr. will take it up the court. No one pressing him at half court. Now he'll meet some pressure. He's on the perimeter. Akinwale now has it. Looking to dump it off. Cross-court pass. Dangerous one, but the Panthers able to keep it on their side. Driving to the basket is Ofori. Floater, no good. Tip in, they get it. That was Bradley Young to clarify. It is now 12-15, Panthers trailing by 3. They've clawed back, and they've made it a one-possession game.
Yeah, and Bradley Young, he gets some points on the board right there, and what a way to get a point off your own miss.
Absolutely, Bloodhounds moving the ball around. Panthers trying to create some more deception in the passing lane. 3-point attempt, Bloodhounds, rebounded by the Bloodhounds. They're driving to the basket, denied by the Panthers. Is it turned over? It is not. Bloodhounds still have it. Kick it out to the paint. They're rejected again. And it's rebounded by the Panthers. King trying to generate some offense here. Driving to the rim. Floater. No good. Rebounded. Tip in. No good. Bloodhounds rebound it. Looking to take some semblance of momentum here.
And the Panthers doing a really good job with their contest right now. Just jumping straight up. Not getting any fouls called on them. And their defense has been showing.
It's been allowing them to go on this little bit of a run here. Kopech from 3. Count it. That's a devastating three-pointer from Kopech, who's been devastating from there all night. King Jr. now taking the ball up the court as it's 18-12 here in the first half. 6-point advantage for the Bloodhounds. King Jr. swinging it around the court. Young now has it. Young looking for Ofori. Ofori has it, and he throws it out of bounds. And it is Bloodhound basketball. It is a costly turnover for Ofori, and it is a 18-12 game currently for the Bloodhounds. Muhammad, you can't have that if you're trying to claw back.
Yeah, and the Panthers, they just got their third turnover. They're winning the turnover battle right now. The Bloodhounds, they have 4. Panthers got 3, but they're slowly catching up.
Yeah, absolutely. The Panthers able to generate back-to-back sequences where they had steals. One of them converted into a 2-point play, the other into a free throw attempt, but the Panthers were unable to convert either of them. Bloodhounds now have the basketball almost turned over. Panthers almost picked him off. Bloodhounds currently have it. Free throw, jumper from inside the paint. Rebound juggled. It's ruled Panther basketball. A little bit of a weird sequence there. A lot of juggle action from both sides.
Bounced off 2 Panther players and 1 Bloodhound, and neither of the 3 could seem to catch it.
Some favorable bounces for the Panthers there as King Jr. taking the ball up the court. For the Panthers, he has Akinwale to his left, but he chooses to not pass, but now he passes. Akinwale passes it back to King Jr. King Jr. guarded by 2. Akinwale now has it. Akinwale is charged with a travel. It will be Bloodhound basketball.
Yeah, you don't want to get turnovers like that. Those are the easiest turnovers. You didn't even really do anything for it. The team was just passing around, and he somehow caught a turnover.
Don't want empty possessions. Empty possessions are no field goal attempt possessions, and that was what that was. 3-point attempt from the Bloodhounds. It's good. 21-12 here in the first half. The Bloodhounds absolutely demolishing the Panthers with an air raid.
Yeah, McIntyre, he has 2 3-point shots, and both of them just went straight net. They look like money right now, and he's shooting really good from the 3-point shot this season as well. So hopefully the Panthers respect his shot now.
Bloodhounds were shooting 33% from 3 on the season. The Panthers 26.2%. So we knew there was a differential in 3-point efficiency, but we've seen that in a great effect here in the first half. It is 21-12 Panthers. They were within 3, and now they have been absolutely massacred by the 3-point ball.
Yeah, and I think their zone, at first it wasn't really working, but they started getting a lot of those steals midway through, and now I think their zone is really working on the passes, but when it comes to those 3-point shooters, I don't think you should give them any space at all. It just allows them to get too comfortable, and they're getting in rhythm.
We talked about attempts and makes and that differential. Panthers attempted 4, made 1. Bloodhounds have attempted 10 and have made 5. You're simply not winning a basketball game like that. You're not going to win a basketball game where you give up 10 attempts, allow 5 of them to go in, and only make 1 on your end while only attempting 4. You're never going to win a basketball game doing that.
Yeah, and I don't think the Panthers are that type of team to shoot a lot of 3-point shots, so I think they're just going to have to try to get in the rim, force those fouls.
Yeah, they're going to have to do that, and they're also going to have to create some spacing because King and Akinwale are facing immediate pressure, double-teamed at the top of the key. That's an unhealthy sign for your spacing. As King brings the ball up the court, Akinwale met with immediate pressure. Panthers trying to create some offense here. Akinwale at the top of the perimeter. Dumps it off to Ofori. Ofori almost mishandled the pass. King Jr. at the perimeter. Ofori setting the screen. King Jr. driving to the basket, and he's fouled. Falls over, trips over. Slow to get up, but he's all right. As the Panthers made a substitution, Josh Minton on the court alongside Balta, Ofori, Bradley Young, and King Jr.
Yeah, and King Jr., he's going to take it out from the side.
Misspoke on the substitution there. The King Jr. will take it out for the Panthers. Pass to Ofori, easy layup, 2 points for the Panthers. It's 21-14.
Yeah, and that's probably the easiest shot they'll see all night.
Yep, not even a little bit of traffic there in the paint. Ofori, great inbound play for the Panthers as the Bloodhounds now have it. Bloodhounds trying to get picked off. Panthers have it, driving to the basket. Akinwale, he gets it to go. 21-16 on the steal and make.
Yeah, and Akinwale, last time he was on a fast break, he couldn't get that to drop, but now he knows how they're going to play it, and he got that one to go.
He couldn't get it to drop. He got to the free throw line, missed 2, made it up with a 3, and has made it up again with that drive to the basket. It's 16-21. Panthers now trail by 5. Jump shot, no good for the Bloodhounds. Rebounded by the Panthers. King Jr. will take it up. He's racing up the court. slows it down, met by 2 defenders. Trying to get past them, isn't going to. He's going to dump it off to one of his teammates. Panthers currently have it. Bradley Young passes it off to Ofori. Ofori sizing up the defense, passes it out again. King Jr. alone at the perimeter. He will choose not to take, trying to find a way to get past his defenders. He's driving to the basket. Akinwale, he's got a little bit of room. Jump shot blocked by the Bloodhounds. And a
shot clock violation.
Yep, shot clock violation. Panthers will turn it over to the Bloodhounds here. Not a great possession for the Panthers there.
Yeah, and I just think it was a lot of over-dribbling and just nobody knew what they wanted to do. It was like no set play. They just passing it around, dribbling. They're not really forcing any mismatches.
Yeah, and when we talk about the spacing disadvantage, that's where we're seeing it, because the Bloodhounds, when they get set on defense, they're able to clog the paint and force some really tough shots. Now, they haven't been disciplined enough to avoid fouling, and that has been their issue, that being the Bloodhounds. But I would rather have a team that's, sending the opponent to the free throw line a little bit too much when they're making as many threes as the Bloodhounds are. The Bloodhounds are forcing the Panthers to pay their respects on the perimeter, and that's where we're seeing a lot of disorganization on the Panthers side of things. But Mohammed, they've clawed back. They've made it a 5-point game. They've taken a 9-point game into a 5-point game. What do they have to do out of the timeout to get closer in this ball game?
I think just try to force those mismatches. Joel Ofori, he's their center, and he's taking a lot of time on the perimeter when I think he should really be trying to force the little guy into that paint so he could just shoot right over him.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're coming out of the timeout here. There are 26, so a little under 7.5 minutes here in the first half. Panthers trailing 21-16. They trail by 5. Both teams winless on the season. Bloodhounds, they're 0-3. Panthers are 0-4. If you're just joining us here on OWWR, Old Westbury Web Radio, we are live from the Clark Athletic Center. Bloodhounds inbound the ball, and we continue play here in the first half. They're going to look to try and widen their lead, sizing up the Panther defense. Panthers trying to get their defense set. Almost created a little bit of a turnover there. Kopech, who's ever dangerous, guarded by King Jr. That's Bradley Young on his man. 3-point attempt for the Bloodhounds. It's good. Air raid continues to destroy the Panther defense. It's 24-16 here in the first half. King Jr. passes it out to Akinwale. Akinwale dumps it back off to King Jr. Akinwale has it back. Sizing up his defender. King Jr. currently has it. We've seen a lot of ball movement, but a lot of passing and just pass it back out.
Yeah, like the passes aren't really going anywhere. They're just passing it along the 3-point line.
It's just passes for passes, it seems like. As the Panthers now trying to generate some semblance of offense in the paint. They dump it back out. Ofori, contested mid-range shot is rejected by the Bloodhounds. They rebound. They've got a transition play here. The shot attempt is rejected by the Panthers, but Bloodhounds able to keep it on their side and still have it. 3-point attempt for the Bloodhounds. It's good. Oh, my. 7 for 12 from 3. Bloodhounds absolutely on fire from 3-point land.
Yeah, McIntyre, that's his 4th 3-point shot. He's a perfect 4 for 4.
They have been incredible from 3. It's unbelievable as the Panthers currently down by 11 here in the first half. King Jr. trying to find a way to generate some offense. Driving to the basket, siding his defender, but he slows down his drive. King drives to the rim. It's no good. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds. Foul against the Panthers. It's on Ofori. He's displeased with that foul call, but the Panthers trailing by 11 as they've been, again, absolutely destroyed in the 3-point battle.
Yeah, and just McIntyre, Ronnie McIntyre, he's shooting 50% from the 3-point line this season, so you'd think they'd get that game plan, just don't leave him open, and I don't even think he's really that open. It's just he's shooting it, and he's making it every time.
Yeah, and again, when we talk about this game in particular, I mean, the credit to the Bloodhounds. They've shot so well. They inbound successfully. They're currently on the perimeter where the Panthers are going to be absolutely frightened to see a Bloodhound pull up. Kopech now has it. Will he pull up? He will not. Wide open man on the 3-point line. Kopech sizes it up. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebounded by the Panthers.
Yeah, and I was expecting him to make that one. It feels like the Bloodhounds are making everything right now.
Akinwale contested layup drive to the rim. It's good. It's 27-18. We've got a little over 5 minutes here in the first half. Panthers trailing by 9 as the Bloodhounds take the ball up the court.
Yeah, the Panthers, they got to close this lead tight because, if you let the lead grow,
Three-point attempt from the Bloodhounds is no good. That's 2 straight misses for the Bloodhounds. Panthers, sigh of relief every time they miss. OWWR gets the inbound, the deep pass. He does not get it to go. He stumbles. They're going to be down a man. It's a 5-on-4. Turnover by the Panthers. OWWR all alone. He goes up. Rack attack at the rim. 27-20. What a play by OWWR and the Panther defense.
Yeah, and that crowd is excited right now. Hopefully this builds some momentum for the Panthers.
As the Panthers trailing by 7. They trailed as much by 11 a few minutes ago. OWWR with the dunk. Kopech passes it out. Bloodhounds, open man, 3-point attempt. No good. Rebounded by the Panthers. Breakaway, transition, they're trying to get to the rim. No good. Rebound, it's a miss on the Panthers. And a foul charged against the Bloodhounds. The Panthers will get to the line. Drawing the foul was Emole Akinwale, who missed his first 3 free throw attempts and is 0 for 4 on the season.
Yeah, and Akinwale, Bradley Young, he didn't make that extra pass, and Akinwale, he had his back right there.
Absolutely, and he makes his first free throw attempt of the game and the season. Big free throw there to make it 27-21. Coming into the game is number 11 for the Panthers. That's Ahmed Sakor. He will step into the contest. Panthers trailing by 6. Free throw attempt. It's good. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe is Akinwale in that trip. It's 27-22. The Panthers on a 6-0 run here. Can they keep the momentum going to close the first half?
Yeah, and Akinwale, he knows he's not a 0% free throw shooter. He knew he had to drop soon.
Yeah, absolutely, as the Bloodhounds immediately respond with 2. A really beautiful jumper inside the paint. King Jr. taking the ball up the court, trying to size up the Bloodhound defense. The Panthers have been able to generate offense a little more smoothly here. OWWR passes it out. King Jr. has it. 3-point attempt. Rims out. Rebounded by the Panthers. Drive to the rim. Almost lost it. King Jr. has it as he corralled it. 3-point attempt from King. No good. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds. The Bloodhounds now taking the ball up the court.
Yeah, and that's just not a good shot, forcing these 3-pointers, especially for the Panthers, because they're not that good of a 3-point shooting team.
Interesting for King Jr. to be taking 2 3-pointers because earlier in the game we haven't seen him that aggressive on the 3-point shot as the Bloodhounds laid up and in for a 31-22 score here. They trail by 9. King Jr. sizing up his defense. He was met immediately by a defender. OWWR has it. Drive to the basket. Akinwale, and OWWR's picked off. Bloodhounds racing to the rim. Easy layup for the Bloodhounds. They've brought up the score back 33-22. They have an 11-point lead again.
Yeah, McIntyre, he's up to 16 points already, and that's just the first half.
He's dominated all game. Panthers trying to find a way to close this first half strong. King Jr. nearly at the logo. Akinwale immediately met by pressure. Is he going to get the ball on the court? He will. He dribbles, and he's called for the travel. Pretty fair call there. I think you could see he moved his plant leg there.
Yeah, just a tad bit.
Well, we've seen the Panthers go on runs, but the Bloodhounds have immediately punched right back there. Panthers pulled within 5, and they had a 6-0 run. Bloodhounds responded with 6 points of their own.
Yeah, and it's just these shots, they look really easy for the Bloodhounds right now. Meanwhile, the Panthers sort of struggling a little.
It's been a grind for the Panthers to generate offense. 3-point attempt from the Bloodhounds. Missed but rebounded. They'll keep it on their side. 3-point attempt. Kopech. No good. Rebounded by the Panthers. Panthers have it. Going up the court. Racing up the court are the Panthers. Into the game, number 2 for the Panthers. That is Rahman as OWWR. Rahman from 3. Not even close. Air ball. Kept alive by the Panthers, but nope. They ruled that the ball hit the line when the bounce pass was created. I mean, they've been some really bad 3-point attempts, Mohammed, for the Panthers tonight.
Yeah, Rahman, he attempted a deep 3 right there just to try to help the spacing a little bit. He was wide open, but that ball was nowhere close.
Yeah, we've seen not enough. We've seen a lot of air balls from the Panthers. I think that's the concerning part. The 3 points aren't close. They're not close.
Yeah, that's why I don't know why they're even trying to attempt them, force them.
Beautiful move by the Bloodhounds. I mean, just a shimmy, a shake, and a little bit of a bake there as they make a 2-point basket. It's 35-22. Rahman, the point guard for the Panthers, trying to create some semblance of offense.
Yeah, and Keyshawn Miller hit that sort of spin midi right there, and he's 5 of 11 for the game already.
Secor misses his layup attempt, but a foul called, so he'll have 2 opportunities to put points on the board for the Panthers.
Yeah, Miller, he was going for that charge right there, but he just didn't get his feet set in time.
Yeah, and I've got to say, I think that when you're seeing them play that undisciplined defensively, that being the Bloodhounds, it gives you a little bit of incentive to drive to the paint. But I do think the Panthers need to find a way to at least generate some three-point offenses. The first free throw is good. Mohammed, when their three-pointers aren't falling and you're getting killed by the three-point shot, what do you do strategy-wise?
You know, I'm thinking they should look for more pick-and-roll action. They're not really using a lot of pick-and-roll. They just setting like some small minor screens, not really using them. Just try to use those screens. Get that little guy guarding one of your centers. Have them scramble trying to put 2 on that center. Score those easy points.
Absolutely, and you can't expect them. Rejected! That being the Panthers generating an incredible block there to keep it on the Bloodhound side, but Panthers went 1 from 2 from the line. As we were alluding to, though, generate some form of easy offense. It has been hard for the Panthers to generate points. They've had to create some tough shots, a lot of transition points, not a lot of, easy offense for them throughout the game.
Yeah, with just 50 seconds left.
3-point miss by the Bloodhounds. 0-4 rebounded. He passes it off to Rahman. They're going to have to speed this thing up because there's about 36 seconds left. They probably want to go for 2 here. Secor, who picked up a free throw, turns it over. Off the hands. Oh, no, not a turnover. They're ruling that the last contact was made by the Bloodhounds, but it was an ill-advised pass that went way out of bounds.
Yeah, the Panthers, they have a chance to sort of close this lead into single digits.
Rahman will inbound the ball here. Deep pass. Almost mishandled, and it is mishandled. That one is a turnover. Bloodhounds fouled on the attempt, and it'll be 2 for the Bloodhounds.
Yeah, and the Panthers are just trying to take advantage of the time, and they just turn it over. Nothing seems to be going their way right now.
I mean, Mohammed, I've got to say, that you can't make that pass. You're not going to make a pass from the right under your basket. That's the advantage. You're right there. You're not making a pass over to your logo, over the heads of tall basketball players. As the first free throw attempt for the Bloodhounds on the game, by the way, is good. It's 36 to 25 here in the Clark Athletic Center. Panthers trail by 13, largest deficit of the night. Got 24 seconds here in the first half. Second free throw attempt, and it's good. 2 for 2 from the line. That is the Bloodhounds line on the game so far. King back in the game. He'll take the ball up the court. Rahman was not performing well. I imagine that King getting into the game is a reflective of that. Panthers had an easy layup that they missed, but on the rebounds, there was a foul called. Secor will get back to the line. He went 1 for 2 on his first trip to the charity stripe. Panthers looking to close the first half with 2 additional points and make this an 11-point game.
Yeah, and then Ahmed Secor, he's shooting 6 of 13 from that free throw line this season, so not shooting the greatest, little under 50%.
Yeah, it has not been a great free throw shooting night for the Panthers. The first one just rolls out, remains 37 to 23. Reflective of the comment I just made. Yep. Panthers not shooting well from 3 tonight, and they haven't shot well at all as a team tonight.
Yeah. And Ahmed Secor, he doesn't really have any field goals on the board right now.
Second free throw attempt is good for the Panthers. They improved to 5 of 10 from the line. Not a great number, but definitely an improved number over 4 of 9. Bloodhounds inbound the ball. They've got enough time to get a shot off. They've got just under 10 seconds as we wind down the first half. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Turned over. Bloodhounds lose it. They're not going to get the shot off. The first half ends. It is 37 to 24. A 13-point advantage for the Bloodhounds. We'll be right back here on OWWR, Old Westbury Web Radio, for our halftime show. Panthers trailing, again, 37 to 24. We'll be right back after this. Alrighty, we are back here in the Clark Athletic Center. Halftime here between the Panthers and the Bloodhounds. Panthers trailing 37 to 24. And Mohammed, it is safe to say that in the first half, we saw the Bloodhounds absolutely massacre the Panthers from the air, from the perimeter, just destroying them on that side of the ball. what do the stats tell us about what the Bloodhounds did so far?
You know, McIntyre and Miller are both having themselves a game. McIntyre, he only averages around 9 points on the season, and he already has 16 at halftime. So the Panthers are letting him go out.
Yeah, and when we talk about the three-point differential, we mentioned that at the top of the show. 7 3-point makes for the Bloodhounds. That's on 18 attempts. A 39% efficiency rate from three is very good, not just at college level, at any level. You're a 39% shooter on pretty high volume. You're a pretty good shooter. For the Panthers, 1 for 7 from three, and they weren't close misses. It wasn't, okay, it just hit the back iron. It hit off it hit at the top of the rim. No, these were bad air balls. Mohammed, talk to me here, because I'm not sure what the solution is when you're getting outshot at the three-point line and your shot quality from three is not good.
Yeah, just everybody shooting three-pointers. Even the people who aren't great at shooting three-pointers are shooting three-pointers. So I think just leaving the three-point shot to the teammates that you know are capable of making those shots is the best course of action for the Panthers right now, because they're just struggling. 1 of 7. If you're shooting that poorly from the three-point line, you just got to look at yourself and just say, maybe I shouldn't be taking this shot. Maybe I should step in the line, go for a midi, or go straight into the paint.
And I've got to say, in this regard, and I don't know if I'm saying this as someone who is a basketball fan and watched a lot of NBA basketball and is trying to apply that to the college game. I just don't see how you're going to win this basketball game if you don't either A, have the Bloodhounds go ice cold from three, or B, you don't get red hot from three, which are two things that, yes, that is reliant on skill. Three-point shot quality, three-point shooting form, that is a skill thing, but we understand there's a lot of variance in three-point shooting. It's very hard for me to sit here and think that the Panthers are going to outshoot them in this second half. So they're going to need to take a lot of efficient shots inside the perimeter, find a way to create offense, and hope that John Jay goes ice cold. And that's not really the position you want to be in the second half. You don't want to be hoping and praying another team goes cold. You want to be in the position like John Jay where, all right, if we play our brand of basketball, if we don't make a million mistakes, we're in a good spot. The Panthers, they're playing catch-up. They're down double digits in the first half. They're playing catch-up, and they have not been able to shoot the three ball tonight. So I'm very concerned about that for them.
Yeah, and I don't think the Panthers, simply with their roster, is a good three-point shooting team, to be honest. So I think just try to play to your bread and butter. Just try to force yourself closer to the rim. Try to be that team that people fear when they come towards that paint. But the Panthers, they're making it easy for the John Jay defense. They just keep shooting those threes.
And I think the other thing when we talk about advantages, rebounding, it's 22-20. So it's not even like the Panthers, who are taking a lot of their shots inside the perimeter, where it gives you an advantage getting the rebound. Statistically speaking, if you shoot a two-pointer, you're more likely to get the offensive board. If you shoot a three-pointer, you're less likely to get a rebound on it. It's essentially been the same in the rebound department. So what has been the advantage for the Panthers? They're shooting less. They're not getting good shots off. They're not shooting well inside the perimeter. They're not getting rebounds. I mean, Mohammed, I don't like speaking in hyperbole. I'm trying to look at this as an unbiased and, outside perspective. They're getting slaughtered. This is not close process-wise. This is not close when you watch the game. Statistically, you're seeing a team completely outplay their opponent. Again, you're usually supposed to be the more physical or the more dominant team on the boards if you're I'm going to get in the paint and score, not really shoot the three-point ball. Am I off the mark here, Mohammed?
No, I think you're perfectly right, and I think that the Panthers, they have to set an identity as being that team that people fear when they get in towards that rim.
Yeah, and I'm going to move away from doom and gloom. Let's talk about what they can do to win this game. The Panthers, I think, to win this game are going to need to, they're going to need to stop the Bloodhounds from getting three-pointers off. Because we've seen the Panthers go on runs and eat into their opponent's lead, but then the Bloodhounds fire right back. Three-point barrage, three-point barrage, three-point barrage. You've got to find a way to generate pressure at the perimeter. You cannot let Kopech, who's moving very well off the ball, keep finding pockets of opportunity. Same thing with Ronnie. You cannot let this happen, right? You've got to stop those two. I think my focus is on the Panther defense. And then on offense, all right, the three-point ball isn't falling. Our three-point shot quality is turbo. It's not good at all. It is no bueno. Either A, when we're going out here to warm up in halftime, we're taking some three-pointers and trying to get comfortable, or we're ditching it and we're getting to the paint, we're generating fouls, we're trying to create three-point plays, we're trying to get some guys fouled out of the game. It's got to be one way or another. As you mentioned, they've got to find an identity. What's our plan? Because too many possessions, Muhammad, of I'm dribbling, pass it out, dribble, pass it out, dribble, pass it out, and you're not even getting past the perimeter. We're seeing guys swing it around the perimeter, put the ball on the floor to dribble 3 times, and they're not even stepping inside the perimeter. I mean, that's not offense. That's
patty cake.
Right.
I don't know. That's not basketball.
That's hot potato. You're playing hot potato with some dribble. We need, if you're the Panthers, and I'm a player on the Panthers offensively, I'm thinking, we need to find a way to at least put pressure. Because if you're the Bloodhounds, you're sitting back comfy. How many times have they had a guy on King, and King could be wide open, and they're not up in his face because he's not going to make that three-pointer in their mind. They're like, he's not even going to take it.
Yep.
Got to find a way. So, Panthers, if you know they're sagging off you, they don't think you're going to take it, and you don't feel comfortable taking it, I mean, the issue there is that then the Bloodhounds aren't going to play any differently defensively. So, this is a tough equation. You need to basically find your three-point shot in about 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, and I think the Panthers, they just got to find a way to create some advantages. You know, King, he is their point guard, but I don't think he's really causing any advantages. He's not really going strong into the paint. He's not really using any screens. Probably maybe set some screens for your point guard, run some pick and roll action, see if setting those pick and rolls cause any advantages for the team.
You know, I think, again, it's going to take, look, when you're down by this much, it takes a miracle to win. That's just a fact. You don't win basketball games when you're trailing by 13 at the half. But when you do, it's a miracle. And I've got to say, John Jay does not look like an 0-3 team. I don't know who they played. I don't know if they played the 2017 Golden State Warriors or the 2016 Cavs, but this does not look like a team that just got blown out in their last contest. That's not what this team looks like.
Yeah, and I think that speaks to the Panthers. They made an 0-3 team look really comfortable against them. So I think if they want to become better as a team, just don't let teams be as comfortable as this. Even the Bloodhounds right now, they're shooting around, they're dancing. It just feels like they're not taking the Panthers seriously.
Muhammad, I'm going to kind of drill that point a little bit harder in a way that might twist the knife if you're a Panther fan listening to this. The Bloodhounds have been outscored on average 85 to 62.6, so about a 12 to 13 point margin of loss. They've allowed 85 points per game in their first 3 games. The Panthers are on pace to score 48. That's not good. That is. I say this with all reverence and all respect. That can't happen.
Not at all.
Ball coming our way. Not coming our way. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It wasn't Muhammad. I didn't have the makings of a varsity athlete when it came to basketball.
I mean, you saved us right there, so.
I did nothing. That ball flew right over my head. I didn't even put a hand on it. Dude, I'm 5'8". There wasn't, the second that ball was over my head, I didn't have a chance at it. But, yeah, again, as we start closing, we got the final 4 minutes here of halftime. Muhammad, I need to see the Panther offense shake things up. If you look at the Bloodhounds, look, I'm not saying this in a way, I don't know how things roll here. Bloodhounds are on the court first.
Yep.
And they're winning right now. Where's the, I need some three-pointers being made. I need some guys shooting. I need some guys, hey, we're working on our three-point shot. We need to get this thing going because we've got 7 attempts and 1 make tonight. They've got 1 more make than you and me do, Muhammad. You and I, Muhammad. And we're sitting here calling the game. So that doesn't flow with me. That doesn't sit right with me as a competitor. But again, the Bloodhounds 0-3 on the year. 0-3 on the year, and they're embarrassing you here at the Clark Athletic Center. That doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, Ben, you're being a little brutal, but I think the Panthers really need it right now.
Again, I'm here to be unbiased. I'm here to be honest. My journalist background kind of speaking out here. It's a big crowd here. Look at the bleachers in the Clark Athletic Center. Big crowd, lots of support here. Panther pride in full effect. So, you can't say it's a quiet center. You can't say there's not energy and there's not momentum here. The men's basketball team needs to figure something out. At least show some fight. I'm not saying you're going to win this game. That might be out of the window. That may be out of the picture for you at this point. But if you can fight, have some fight, show some grit, show your fans here, hey, we're down 13. We're not dead, though. We're going to take a chunk out of you. I'm going to take a little bit of a quote here from Lions head coach Dan Campbell. When you take us down, we're biting a chunk out of you, biting a leg off, tearing an arm off. I need that to be a Panther identity here. You're down by 13 to an 0-3 basketball team being outscored by 13 points on the season. Let's show some fight, right? Let's go out here and let's ball. Let's get three-point shots going. I love what I'm seeing here. A little bit of a three-point shooting line here. And a clean make right there. Like I need to see some urgency here, right? This is a big game for them. They have to win tonight. They have to find a way to fight tonight. It's not going to get easier for this schedule. Mohammed, any closing thoughts as we close out halftime here?
Yeah, I just think I want the Panthers to play a lot harder, play a lot smarter.
As we're going to get a word from the coach, we've got a little bit of an interview situation going on. As we're going to shoot it over to our halftime, our sideline reporter, Jill Schaefer.
You're all ready? Thank you, Ryan. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jillian Schaefer. I'm here with head coach Tomlin at halftime, where the Panthers are currently down by 12. What adjustments do you make for the second half of the game?
Well, we just have to play with a little more continuity. A lot of freshmen out there, and they're just trying to figure it out. The excitement for us is I know that we can play a lot better in the second half.
Thank you. And is there any players standing out to you so far in this first half?
Well, right now, we just need a better effort overall. So I'm hoping that we'll do a better job on the defensive end, second half.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you for your insight, and good luck on the last half of the game.
As we are back here, and I want to thank Jill Schaefer and Panther head coach, that's head coach Tomlin, for a great interview. And I liked it when they talk about needing to find some semblance of consistency, fluidity, some continuity. They need something going here. They need some semblance of a flow. They've gone on runs. They've just been punched right back in the mouth. Mohammed, what did you take away from that interview?
I just think the coach, he doesn't think his team is playing as one right now. He doesn't think his team is playing off each other right now, and I think that's what he wants his team to be. Because the Bloodhounds, they're just playing really good. They're playing off that three-point shot. If they're not going for the three-pointer, you have Miller who's going into that midi bag. They're getting to the paint. They're clicking on all cylinders, and it's the exact opposite for the Panthers.
Yeah, and I got to say again, as we start winding down the clock here, and we're going to get back for tip-off in the second half, I like that you mentioned they're not playing as one, because, again, all those dribbles, all those empty possessions, all those empty, when you have the basketball, it's an opportunity. And I'm not seeing opportunity taken. I'm seeing dribble, pass the ball, right? So that's not playing as one. That's literally just 3, 4, 5 guys playing ISO ball. We need to end that here, as we'll have tip-off here for the second half. Panthers trailing 37-24 here in the Clark Athletic Center. Bloodhounds, the Panthers are going to just inbound the ball. They have it. It's King Jr. who has the ball. It'll be King Jr. with the ball. He dribbles it up the court. Passing it off to Ofori. Ofori passes it back out to King Jr. King Jr. from three. No good. Rebounded by the Panthers. The putback attempt, no good, but it's fine because they drew a foul.
Yeah, and just doing a really great job of crashing those boards. Maybe make that your identity. Get those boards, because, one thing the Panthers did shine on was their offensive rebounds. They had almost 8 in that first half.
Yep, great point, Mohammed. As Akinwale, who's been their leading free throw attempt guy tonight, is taking 2 more from the charity stripe. He dribbles, traditional for a basketball player. The free throw is up, and it's good. 37-25 here as the Panthers strike first in the second half.
Yeah, and Akinwale, he gets his 3rd free throw drop of this game.
As Akinwale receives the ball, or has yet to receive the ball from the ref. Ref now passes it off after a little bit of a delay. Akinwale, dribble, again traditional, normal, typical. And it rims out, rebounded by the Bloodhounds. Tough break there for the Panthers. Bloodhounds taking up the court. With the ball right now is Miller. Miller picked off by the Panthers to the rim. Young misses and smokes the layup. Honestly, I thought that was going to get converted. Panthers now on the defensive side of things.
Yeah, the Panthers, they're not even making the easy points now.
Missed opportunity. That's probably 3 points if you count the free throw miss left on the table, although that free throw miss, some poor luck involved there. Miller drives to the rim, and it gets it to go.
See, they're even giving up layups now. It's just they're not really doing anything right so far.
And that's McIntyre, not Miller, for a correction, as it's 39-25 here. OWWR, jump shot, it's good. 39-27 Panthers. As it'll be taken up by the Bloodhounds. Bloodhounds currently have it sized up by multiple defenders. Panthers creating lots of pressure, fight through the screen, but a foul is called against the Panthers. Not a shooting foul, or not in the act of shooting, so ruled a blocking foul.
Yeah, they got a break right there.
Yeah, they did get a break there, but gotta say, I like the way they fought over the screen. I think that defensive intensity is important. The inbound for the Bloodhounds is successful. Passing it around early. They're trying to get on the perimeter and generate some early offense, which they've been able to do throughout the game. McIntyre pass it off to Kopech. Kopech sizing up the defense, dumps it off. A drive to the basket, and the Panthers pick it off, turn it over. Young has it. Young slowing down because he realized that he kept going. He probably would have turned it over as well. King Jr. now has it.
Yeah, just smart decision right there by Young, just not taking that fast break, knowing that you're down.
Exactly. You've got a limited amount of mistakes you can make if you want to even have a chance at winning this game. And currently having it right now is Balta. Balta dumps it off again. That's Akinwale. Akinwale drive to the rim, not at all close. A pretty poor decision there. Bloodhounds now have it. Kopech driving to the rim, pulls back smartly. Bloodhounds, three-point attempt. It's good. 42-27. That air raid offense is just dominant tonight.
Yep, and Stewart, he gets his second three to drop. It just feels like the Bloodhounds, every three-pointer is going in.
Yep, as the three-pointer from the Panthers is successful. That's Young from three, and they respond to make it 42-30. Panthers trying to generate a stop here. Bloodhounds offense has been incredible all night. Miller now has it. He's inside the paint. Akinwale contested, but what a shot! I mean, it went over the backboard and rolls back in.
Yeah, I think Akinwale, he wanted that to be a out-of-bounds play, but it counted.
And a tough miss from the Panthers on what was a wide-open shot right at the rim. Pressure at the rim, and the Bloodhounds, that is Miller, draws the foul. What a wacky circus shot from the Bloodhounds. And the Panthers, a more easy kind of opportunity, and they kind of smoked it.
Yeah, and maybe that's the way the game is going now. Everything's easy.
Everything's coming up. Bloodhounds here tonight at the Clark Athletic Center. They trail as they lead 44-30 over the Panthers. Miller will take two from the charity stripe. His first attempt. It's going to rim out. It hit the back iron and bounced right out. So a little bit of correction after that wild, wicked shot from Miller. Miller's had a good game, as a lot of Bloodhounds have had tonight. They've all been contributing offensively. His second shot from the charity stripe is good. They have a 15-point advantage, their largest of the night. Bloodhounds now on defense. Panthers with King Jr. taking the ball up the court. Pass it off to Akinwale. Akinwale to Young, who just made a three-point attempt. Akinwale back out to King Jr. King Jr. waiting for the screen, doesn't get it.
Yeah, and Balta, he's at the top of the key with the ball.
Not trusting his jump shot enough because he was a little bit open, and the Panthers turn it over. Bloodhounds racing to the rim. The layup is blocked, but they're ruling a goaltend.
Yep.
It'll be 47-30, an advantage for the Bloodhounds, their largest lead of the night. Panthers now have it. King Jr. trying to up the tempo, driving to the rim, pass it out to Balta. Balta from three. It's good. Big three-point attempt for the Panthers. It's 47-33.
Yeah, and if Balta's making those threes, the game becomes a lot easier for everyone else.
If Balta's making those threes, at this point you're down 14. You gotta get some luck here. You gotta generate a lot of points very quickly. King Jr. now fiercely on his defender. What a shot by Miller, but it doesn't go in. And it's rebounded by the Bloodhounds, and they get that one to go. James Bradbury, not the NFL corner, but instead the Bloodhound got the putback. Balta at the top of the perimeter, passes it out. It's in the hands of Akinwale, who fires it to OWWR, who is fouled in the act of shooting. It is 49-33. It's a 16-point lead for the Bloodhounds. The Bloodhounds will...
Yeah, James Bradbury, he gets his third personal foul, so just two more and he's out.
Joel Ofori, the leading point getter for the Panthers on the season, he will have 2 opportunities to give the Panthers points. His first shot from the charity stripe, it almost looked like it was going to rim out, but it rolls back in. A gracious roll that the Panthers desperately needed. It's 49-35.
Yeah, and Ofori, he's 14 of 21 from that free throw line, 66% for the season.
As that rolls in, it's a 49-36 ball game. Ball currently in the hands of the Bloodhounds. Or excuse me, 49-35. That free throw attempt seems to have been missed. Bloodhounds currently have it. Sizing up the defense. They're driving to the rim. Beautiful, beautiful attack at the rim from the Bloodhounds. 51-35. It's a 16-point advantage. King Jr. currently has it.
Yeah, and the Panthers, they just, I think Ofori's trying to get a mismatch right there in the paint, but his teammates don't really see him.
Yeah, nothing really going there as Panthers trying to generate some semblance of offense. King Jr. picked off. He tried to get the pass. It was an errant pass, not really his fault. And a beautiful pass, oh my, from the Bloodhounds. I mean, that's some magic there. Incredible ball movement from the Bloodhounds. They increased their lead to 53-35.
Yeah, and the Bloodhounds, they're picking the Panthers apart. They can't seem to find any offense anywhere, and they're about to get this lead to 20.
Yeah, the Bloodhounds have been creating offense in so many different ways. Now this time from inside the perimeter. King Jr. pressured heavily at the perimeter. Balta now has it. Balta dumps it off, picked off. Bloodhounds have it. They're driving to the basket. They have a mismatch. Bounce pass. And the layup rolls in. Beautiful bounce pass from the Bloodhounds. And the Panthers trying to up the tempo and match their tempo. King Jr. jump shot. Ill-advised shot. I don't know what exactly was going on there, but rebounded by the Bloodhounds. They slow it down. Almost picked off for the Panthers, but Bloodhounds retained possession. Muhammad, what was that?
Yeah, just these bad shots and these turnovers. Just nothing. They're just making mistake after mistake.
To quote Patrick Ewing here, Knicks basketball legend, what was that shot? You don't practice that shot. Turned over for the Panthers. Akinwale, Ofori, drive at the rim. He gets it to go. It is 35-37. But yeah, what kind of shot is that? You don't practice that shot. That's not a shot you practice. A running, contested fadeaway jumper. That's not a shot we take.
Yeah, and Ofori, he got his 15th point on the game on that possession right there. He's the leading scorer for the Panthers.
As right now, Panthers trying to generate a stop and go on a run here. They trail by 18. Miller, up and under. Rebound, fumbled, but kept for the Panthers. The Panthers, a little bit of a tough situation. It almost looked like it was off the hands of Balta, but they'll have the ball here. Inbounding the ball is number 21 for the Panthers. That is
Marimella.
Yep, Mariello from Spain, international student for the Panthers. Panthers looking to generate some offense here.
Yeah,
as Ofori has it. Akinwale, drive to the rim. He gets it to go. It's 39 points for the Panthers. They trail by 16.
Yeah, with only 13 minutes left on the clock, they're going to have to get to scoring soon because last thing before they know it.
They don't need a run. They need a miracle right now. Miller now has it, dumps it off to his teammate, Ronnie McIntyre, who's been incredible tonight. Incredible three-point shooting and inside the paint as well. Great ball movement. And it's a travel. Great ball movement, not good foot movement, I guess. That's a turnover for the Bloodhounds, and the Panthers will have a chance to cut the lead even further.
Yeah, and the refs, they're sort of biting their whistle a little bit because I've noticed the Bloodhounds, they've gotten a little bit of contact when they go in the paint, but I don't think they're getting the same calls they were in that first half.
Yeah, and I sometimes you want to let them play in some scenarios, but I do think that's an important observation to make. As Panthers turn it over, ill-advised pass. Again, just trying to do too much there. Kopech from three. No good. Rebound is knocked out of bounds. Panthers will take over here. It was Akinwale who tried to box out and unsuccessfully boxed out the Bloodhound, but did create enough disruption to get a turnover. So Panthers will have it. Timeout called. We've got a little over a little under 12 minutes here in the second half. It is a 55-39 game. Mohammed, anything different in the second half you're seeing that's a positive, or is it more of the same for the first half?
Not at all, to be honest. I think they're just playing the same way, just as far as they were in that first half, and the lead has got even bigger.
Yeah, and when we look at what's going on right now with the Bloodhound offense, 22 from 44 from the field, that's 50%, and then 8 from 20 from 3, 40%. Panthers have shot a little better from 3. They've upped their three-point makes. They've gone from 1 from 7 to 2 for 3, but the Bloodhounds have responded with a big three-point barrage of their own. Mohammed, it's going to be tough to win this game, trailing 16 with a little under 12 to go. You're going to need to generate a lot of offense and a lot of stops. You're going to need a miracle. That's the best way to put it, I think.
Yeah, the Panthers in that first half, at least they were winning that rebound battle, but now they're not even winning that. So they're just losing in every single category.
And we've seen really good ball movement from the Bloodhounds. There's been a lot of ill-advised passes from the Panthers. In terms of turnovers on the game, it's 12 for the Panthers, 10 for John Jay. That's not good. It's not good. Bloodhounds have been winning the turnover battle, winning the three-point battle, winning the block battle, winning the bench points battle, winning the fast break point battle. Points off turnovers, 19-10. Points in the paint, 22-20, advantage of John Jay. Just a lot of blue right now for the Bloodhounds. That's because it's their color.
Yeah.
King Jr. turns it over.
Yeah, that pass looked like it was straight to the Bloodhound.
Yeah, there was on a block by Akinwale. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Bloodhound basketball, but it almost looked like they froze of like, did I just pick him off? Like that ball just goes straight to me?
Yep.
There's a little bit of a pause there, but ill-advised pass, but a really good defensive play from Akinwale, who I've been very impressed with tonight.
Yeah, and King Jr., he subs out on that play. He's 1 of 8 from the field. He's really struggling this game.
Yeah, it's been a tough night for a lot of Panthers. They haven't been able to shoot the ball reliably. There's been a lot of turnovers, but you know Akinwale's been really good on the point scoring side of things. 12 points, picked up a block there. They're Bloodhounds, after tying their shoe, which I will not discuss on air, they will now inbound the ball. Panthers now have it.
Yeah, and just they're passing the ball, trying to create an advantage.
Bloodhounds passing it out. They're trying to generate some semblance of offense here. Three-point attempt. No good. Air ball. Panthers wisely let that just go out of bounds and pick up the turnover on the air ball from the Bloodhounds. 11 and a half minutes here to go in the second half. Panthers need some early and often offense. Rahman, number 2 for the Panthers, subbed in for King Jr. He's going to take the ball up the court. Akinwale gets the ball, swings it out to Bradley Young. Young, one of the three-point makes from the Panthers in the second half, dishes it out to Rahman. Rahman driving to the rim. Looks for somewhere to go. He finds it. Drive, lost by the Panthers. Toss ahead. Advantage Bloodhounds at the rim, and it's good. Bloodhounds, 2-point make. Bradley Young, a very strong effort to contest that play, but tough to win a 3-on-1.
Yep.
You know, this has been a one-sided affair all game. There have been pockets of hope for the Panthers, but really for the last 20 minutes, it's been all Bloodhound ball. Panthers, now have it. Bradley Young sizing up the defense. Ball handed off to Ofori. Ofori, drive at the rim. A lot of contact. No whistle. That shot wasn't really close, but the contact could have caused it. Layup on the transition. Good for the Bloodhounds. It's 59-39. A 20-point advantage with 10 minutes to go in the second half. This is officially a rout.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe that miracle will come soon.
Well, you know what they say about miracles. Actually, I don't know what they say about miracles, but they just don't happen, usually. That's what makes the miracles. Yep. Rahman sizing up the defense. Bloodhounds, and there's stoppage in play. A foul called. Panthers will obtain possession. It doesn't seem to be a foul that will result in free throws, but it seems to be a foul that will just give the Panthers a chance to inbound in a more favorable destination.
Yeah.
Rahman will inbound the basketball. He dumps it, or he's looking to dump it off. He dumps it off to Akinwale. Akinwale has it. Cross-court pass. Rahman all alone. Three-pointer. It's good. 59-42. Panthers still trail.
Yeah, Rahman, he gets himself on the board right there. He's shooting 33% on the season.
He airballed his first one. Clean swish on the second one. Turnover. Panthers have it. Ofori at the rim. Blocked. What a play. Bloodhounds strip the ball away. Are they ruling a foul?
I didn't see a ref blow a whistle right there.
A whistle may have been blown for the ball going out of bounds. The question is, a foul is called against the Bloodhounds. It'll be Stewart charged with the foul. It'll be Ofori going to the rim. A lot of contact, Mohammed. So not shocked to see a whistle. Just a question of whether that was a whistle for out of bounds or free throw attempts. That's a really good defensive play. Now you're going to send Ofori to the line. He's got to make both of them to get the same amount of points he would have gotten if it wasn't a spirited contest there.
Yep, just even if you're up 20 or 17 now, just no free points.
Ofori's first free throw attempt is off the mark. Or, excuse me, it goes in. It is 49-43.
Yeah, and just if he misses this next one, then that foul was worth it.
Yeah, if you walk away with just 1 point here, yeah, that foul's more than worth it for the Bloodhounds. Free throw attempt is good. So Panthers make good on the clean drive to the basket. They pull within 15, and there is about 9.5 minutes to go in this quarter. They're going to have to try and pick up the tempo, generate stops, stop the Bloodhounds, and get some quick offense. Bloodhounds will inbound. They do. Panthers, a lot of pressure up front. They're trying to switch up their defensive setup here, which makes sense. Trying to do anything, throw anything at this point. It's kind of like in baseball. Sometimes you're getting rocked on the mound, and I've gotten my fair share of whoopings on the mound. You throw curveballs. You throw pitches you've never thrown before. Foul called against the Panthers. The Bloodhounds will get to inbound here. But, yeah, I like the change up in looks.
Yeah, I think Rahman, he was sort of struggling guarding that bigger guy, and he had a foul right there.
You know, Rahman makes the name makes me hungry. I'm a big fan of cup soup, and the ball out of bounds doesn't nail me, but I do have the basketball. I got it right here. You got it, man. As you know, part of the action here. You know, got to handle the game ball. Mm-hmm. The only time where anyone's ever let me touch a basketball. Fun fact.
I mean, hopefully your touch right there gives them something.
Mohammed, a foul called. Panthers will get it. Mohammed, I'm 5'8". I have no jump shot. I can't hit a layup. I can't hit a free throw. I have no mobility. I couldn't play defense on a traffic cone.
I mean, just look, they forced a turnover right there, so maybe I'm right.
I hope you're right, Mohammed, but
I hope so too.
I'll put my chips in against that one. Rather than taking the ball up the court, he sized up the defense. Quick pass off to Young. Young to Akinwale. Akinwale back out. It's back in Young's hands. Quick passes there from the Panthers. A drive to the rim. Wild shot there. Just a lot of those kinds of shots that I don't really understand, Mohammed.
Yeah, just jump in the wild and just try to throw the ball up there somewhere.
Yeah, it's kind of like, and a jump shot from three from the Bloodhounds, rebounded by the Panthers, by Young specifically. Rahman now has it, but yeah, a lot of just wild shots. It's just low percentage, low efficiency shots, and they're not even from three. Turnover by the Panthers. Bloodhounds will have it. Like, I understand taking those risks of, hey, I'm going to force a three-pointer because we're down by 15, but
yep.
I mean, a contested mid-range running floater shot, like, again, I'm going to quote Patrick Ewing again here. What kind of shot is that? Do you practice that shot? Do we practice running mid-range? Like, I don't think that makes a lot of sense if we're down 15. But that's my opinion on things. Bloodhounds now have the basketball. They're taking the ball up the court here. Panthers heavily guarding, and that's Rahman. Rahman, I got to say, a lot of intensity from him. I really like what I've seen from him from an effort standpoint. A lot of energy from him out of the half. Akinwale guarding his guy Young, trying to stop a contest at the rim. Missed shot for the Bloodhounds. Turned over. Panthers have it. No, turned over. Bloodhounds still have it. Easy layup for the Bloodhounds, and they generate 2 points. A wild, wild sequence the Bloodhounds cash in on.
Yeah, and even when they get stopped, the ball finds its way right back into the Bloodhounds' hand.
It's been the Bloodhounds game all day. And one for the Panthers. That's Mariola on the potential three-point play, which will be a pretty big answer considering they're down 16 with a little under 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, and just the Bloodhounds, they are fouling a lot, so if the Panthers just keep getting in that paint, getting those free throws, the time won't be moving, so they'll chip away at that lead with no time taken away.
And Mariola completes the three-point play. It is 61-47, 14-point game. Panthers haven't been this close in a little bit. Panthers now trying to get a stop here and try and get some momentum on their side. Bloodhounds trying to snuff that right out. They're moving the ball around really well. But the Panthers stopping any of their opportunities of getting through. Moving screen, it's against the Bloodhounds. Panthers will take over.
Yeah, and the Panthers, they're going on a little bit of runs. The Bloodhounds are making a lot of mistakes that they didn't make during that first half.
A lot of mistakes is a good way to put it. You're seeing the Bloodhounds, make some mistakes they weren't making. And hopefully, Panthers, if you're looking at this from their perspective, they need to cash in now. Rahman will take the ball up the court. He'll look to continue galvanizing the offense. Akinwale now has it. Young sizing up on the perimeter. Mariolo, who just completed a three-point play, has it. Panthers, that's Akinwale with the basketball. Akinwale dumps it off. Rahman at the corner, driving to the basket, turns it over. Bloodhounds have it. Bloodhounds, they have the advantage, but they're fouled. Would have been a clean and easy kind of lane for a layup. So for the Panthers, they need to get a man there, but some concern as a Bloodhound is down.
Yeah, it looked like he might have landed on his elbow or something.
Nasty fall for sure, and a high-speed fall. Slow to get up. Tough fall. You can't blame him for being slow to get up there. It'll be 2 shots for the Bloodhounds. That is going to the line for the Bloodhounds. Is number 5.
Yeah, Iseni Diallo.
Diallo, who's getting his first trip to the charity stripe tonight, is going to take his first of 2. He misses his first of 2. And it remains a 47-61 contest for the Panthers. I mean, you're just hoping nobody scores, right? You're just hoping it's no free throw makes and a chance at that occurring. And at least you could say the defensive play works out in their favor because instead of an easy 2 points, it's no more than 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Free throw attempt is missed, but the rebound by the Bloodhounds. They missed the easy layup, rebounded by Secor on the Panthers side. Rahman gets the dish from Secor. Great rebound by Secor. Great defensive effort there, too. Rahman has it, sizing up his defense. Dribbling, he turned the ball over last time the Panthers had a possession. Almost turns it over there. Akinwale left all alone from 3. He chooses not to take that three-pointer. He was very deep outside the three-point line. Rahman size up the defense. Akinwale from 3. Miss. Rebound. Bloodhounds. Bloodhounds have it. Racing up the court. To the rim. And 1. Bloodhounds continuing to generate tons of offense. That's Keyshawn Miller. Another great play.
Yeah, and that's his 19th point right there. And with this free throw, he has a chance to get 20.
Yeah, and when we talk about, again, we talked so much about trying to generate momentum. That has not happened for the Panthers at all in the second half. Bloodhounds now have a chance to complete a three-point play and make this a even larger lead. They're currently leading by 16, and now that remains at 16. Secor rebounds it, missed the three-point play. They won't complete it. Rahman takes the ball up the court. We've got about 6.5 minutes here in the second half. There's 6.5 minutes for the Panthers to climb out of an incredibly deep deficit. As the layup is missed by the Panthers, rebounded by the Bloodhounds, and the odds of getting back into this game decrease even more, and it's decreasing fast. Each second that ticks off the clock, another second that the Bloodhounds have a lead. Bloodhounds just moving the ball around, eating some clock. Jump shot from 3. That's the dagger. Bloodhounds drill a three-pointer. It is 66-49, and for the Bloodhounds, they can start just counting down the seconds. They're only a few minutes away from victory.
Yeah, and that first win of the season is going to mean something to that team.
Mariolo way off on the three-pointer, rebounded by the Bloodhounds. Bloodhounds will take it up the court, slowing down the tempo. Are they going to take that jumper? They're not. Keyshawn Miller, that is going to just defer to pass it out. Bloodhounds now have it. Hard to believe they're 0-3. Kopech from 3. No good. Secor, or Ofori, didn't get the rebound, but he was fouled.
And it seems like that Bloodhound player right there didn't really agree with the ref's call.
Yeah, that is Amari Jordan. Yeah, he was not happy about that. He does not agree with the official, and he calmly let him know that by screaming, which is, an effective way to do things. I'm not much of a voice raiser when it comes to anger, but I am a voice raiser when it comes to broadcasting. Ofori will take the ball here Joel Ofori will take the ball here for 2 from the charity stripe. And he drains the first one. It is 66-48 now.
Yeah, and Ofori, he has 17 points, and he almost has a double-double, 8 rebounds. So
he's been on the stat sheet. He's let his impact be known tonight. Ofori will take another free throw attempt. He makes his second in a row. He's been pretty effective from the free throw line in the second half tonight. Panthers on the defensive side now. Bloodhounds taking the ball up the court.
Yeah, and the Bloodhounds, they don't look like they're in a rush to score. They know that if they just wait the timeout, they pretty much have this game in the bag. So.
You bide your time and you don't give up 20 points in a row, essentially, and you're in a good spot if you're the Bloodhounds. Layup blocked by Ofori, picked up by Akinwele. Dribbles past some pretty aggressive defenders in the Bloodhounds. He's got a shot at their three-point line. Rahman from three. No good. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds. That is a tough sequence for the Panthers. You wanted those points.
Yeah, Rahman, he's seen a few of those easy shots, but he hasn't got them to drop, and most of those were really big momentum chasers.
Yeah, for sure. You need every point now, and any possession you leave without points, I mean, it makes it feel like this is a 99% probability of the Bloodhounds winning this one. A little black-eyed peas playing here at the Clark Athletic Center. As timeout is called, Mohammed, we're inching closer to the conclusion of this game. Not looking good for the Panthers is my diagnosis.
Not at all, and I don't even think they have their best players out right now for the Bloodhounds. They just have more of their bench players just trying to wait out this time right now.
Yeah, and I've got to say, look, I just don't. I'm stunned to find out that is an 0-3 basketball team. The Bloodhounds have played like a well-oiled machine tonight. I mean, again, don't know who they were playing, don't know what they were playing against, but in terms of quality of competition, maybe they were just playing teams who were red hot, but I mean, they were getting blown out in these games, and now they're blowing out the Panthers tonight.
Yeah, and I just think maybe they're more suited towards these conference teams.
Yeah, and for the Panthers, it's been much of the same on the season. Not a close contest at all. They've been beat pretty handedly throughout the game, throughout the season. And you look at the box score here, Panthers have shot 28% from the three-point line. John Jay shooting 37.5%. That's not great. That's not what you want if you're the Panthers. Bloodhounds will inbound the ball here in the second half, out of the timeout. Inbounded successfully, that was, and Kopech almost had it poked away by Mariola. Kopech looking for a teammate. He gets one.
Yeah, and Kopech, he's had a sort of quieter second half, but his teammates are showing up, so it doesn't really hurt his team at all.
Drive to the rim is no good, but rebounded by the Panthers. Kopech from three, and I mean, Mohammed, yeah. I don't think you should say that again.
Yeah.
Right on cue, Kopech with 3 points.
Yeah, maybe I'll stay quiet on that end.
Well, hey, look, when he's wide open, I can't tell the difference between him and Grayson Allen, as the layup is no good, but handled on the rebound by the Panthers. Three-point attempt from King Jr. is missed and rebounded by the Panthers.
Yeah, King Jr., he took a really long rest, and Rahman subbed back out for him, and he still hasn't gotten a shot to drop in a while. He's 1 of 9 from the field. Yeah,
not a good game at all from the field for King Jr. And the Bloodhounds get the layup to go. Up and in. It is 71-49. It is a 22-point advantage for the Bloodhounds as they reject King Jr.'s drive to the rim. It's 3:41 left in this game. Mohammed, I'm gonna spell out what I'm gonna say. It's over. OWWR in this contest. It is a 22-point game. I don't think I've ever seen a team overcome that kind of deficit in under 4 minutes. But, hey, never have seen. Doesn't mean cannot happen, I guess.
Yep.
Panthers, Akinwale at the perimeter. Drive, shoots, no good. Bloodhounds rebound it, secure the rebound after the ball was loose for a little bit. Coming up on 3.5 minutes here in the second half, actually under 3.5 minutes here in the second half. Bloodhounds dominating 71-49. Panthers looking to just try and stop, and Miller's wide open. Dishes it out, 3-point shot, it's good. 11th three-point make for the Bloodhounds. They are 11 from 26. You know, when people say you're shooting tour dates, that's usually a bad thing.
Yep.
November 26th, 11 for 26. That's a good tour date to shoot.
Yep.
As the Panthers have shot some pretty bad tour dates. I mean, these are numbers not even on the calendar. But shot is up and it's in for the Panthers. A 2-point play, a foul called. Ooh, are they ruling that the foul occurred before the shot was made? Or before the shot went up, they're ruling it. Secor will take 2 free throws. Yeah, not a lot of good here in the stat sheet for the Panthers. They were beat pretty handedly tonight, to say the very least.
Yup, as Secor gets that free throw to drop to close the lead to 24.
I will say they're shooting 70% from the free throw line. That is pretty good, especially at the collegiate level. That number goes down, and that's on me. That is entirely my fault. Or no, are they going to recount? Are they going to redo it? No, they're not.
No.
The whistle was blown, but that is not going to matter at all. But that's on me. Fully on me.
Seems like my curse rubbed off on you a little.
I'm pretty sure it started. Yeah, I'm pretty confident saying we're just walking jinxes here. Hey, I'll still say. Actually, I'm not going to say it. I was going to say 14 for 21 is good, but I guess that cat's out of the bag. What would have been an easy 2-point play for the Bloodhounds turns to a turnover. King Jr. layup, no good. Inefficient night for him. Passes it out. Swing pass. Akinwale has it. They have no time to be slowing down. They need to go up there and get some points, and they smoked the layup. Akinwale, he was heavily contested there. Bloodhounds fouled by King Jr. King Jr. commits the foul. It's his first foul of the night, and the Bloodhounds will retain possession here in the Clark Athletic Center. 2:17 left in the clock. It is a 23-point deficit, but hey, credit to the Panther faithful. The crowd is still very much here. The stands, the bleachers packed. If you showed up and showed out tonight, you should be very proud of your effort and your support. Hard to say this was a lack of fan support on the side of the Panthers.
Yeah, just they didn't show up for their home crowd.
They did not indeed. Panthers rebound off the Bloodhound miss. Bloodhounds defending fiercely against King Jr. King Jr. passes it off to Ofori. Ofori to Mariello. Mariello layup is good. 74 to 53 to 52 here. 22-point game. We are coming up on the final minute of this contest. 1:35 left on the game clock. Under 20 on the shot clock. Miller dribbling around, looking for some semblance of offense after the Bloodhounds have been red hot for most of the game. Slowing down here as they're in garbage time, but they're fouled. So they'll get 2 attempts from the charity stripe. A minute 23 here. 22-point deficit. Not crazy to say that this is a decided contest, that this is just about getting your cardio in, getting some shots up, feeling good, getting ready for your next game at that point. This is the type of game where when I played CYO basketball at 6 years old, this is where I would check in. This is the Ryan Garcia minutes when the game is completely over. Those are my minutes, man.
Yup, as Amari Johnson, he can't get that free throw to drop.
Yeah, that's a miss for the John Jay Bloodhounds. They've been bad from the free throw line, 3 from 8, if that's, something. Very weird to see a team shoot so well from 3 but not shoot well from a shorter distance in a more controlled environment. That's kind of funny, and the Panther crowd screamed as the free throw attempt was made. It was successful as they missed. King Jr. dishes out to Akinwale. Akinwale from 3. He drains it. He's had a really strong game tonight. He is 5 for 12 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3. A lot of threes there. He is second on the team in points tonight with 15. Under a minute left. Turnover. Akinwale created it. He's got the steal. He's driving to the rim. Ofori completes the play. He has 21 points. He now has a double-double on the night, which Muhammad smartly alerted viewers or listeners that could happen. Easy 2 points for the Bloodhounds is not going to go. It rimmed out. Rebound by the Bloodhounds. 3-point attempt. No good. Rebounded by the Panthers. 34 seconds. 33 seconds. King Jr. taking the ball up the court. Takes it up. No good. He continues to have a struggling night from the field. Has definitely tried, but has been contested pretty frequently. Shot clock turned off. They'll just dribble this one out. The John Jay Bloodhounds, 0-3 entering contest tonight, will walk away 1-3 on the season. They pick up their first win of the year in dominant fashion, 74-57. The Panthers soundly defeated here in their home court. They'll fall to 0-5 on the season. That is the ball game as we complete the fourth quarter here. Don't go anywhere because we will have our post-game show right here on OWWR, Old Westbury Web Radio. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we are back here live at the Clark Athletic Center for our post-game show. The Panthers defeated by a score of 74-57 to the Bloodhounds. 2 winless teams walked in, only 1 winless team walked out, and unfortunately for SUNY Old Westbury, that'll be the Panthers. Tonight, the leading scorer for SUNY Old Westbury, 21 points for Joel Ofori, their leading point scorer on the season, tied with Miller and McIntyre for 21 points, the game lead in total. Akinwale had 15 points in 40 minutes. He was second, and he led the team in minutes with 40. The Panthers just didn't shoot well from the field, Mohammed. 31.7% from the field, 31.3% from 3. What were your takeaways from this contest?
The Panthers, they weren't playing a good brand of basketball, forcing three-point shots, just smoking a lot of layups, just going in wildly with no intention of making it. I don't think they played their best basketball today.
And let's take it back to the side of the Bloodhounds, who were victorious tonight. They shot 40.7% from 3 on 27 attempts. They won the three-point battle. And the attempt side, 27-16. On the make side, 11-5. They shot 48.4% from the field, 40 rebounds. They out-rebounded the Panthers, 22 assists. That was double the mark of the Panthers. They had 10 steals. Panthers had 11. 5 blocks. Panthers had 4. 16 fouls. Panthers had 10 of them. 15 turnovers to the Panthers' 17 turnovers. So they protected the basketball better. They shot the ball more efficiently. They had fewer misses. They had more rebounds. They had more assists. Mohammed, just a hard way to win a basketball game when you don't win in any of those columns.
Yeah, not even points in the paint. The Bloodhounds shot a lot of three-pointers, and they still had more points in the paint than the Panthers.
It was a tough contest for the Panthers, who fought to 0-5 on the season. They were promptly and swiftly defeated by John Jay. This game was essentially called by the time we had gotten to the second half. They trailed by 13. That lead only grew larger in the second half. Mohammed, anything the Panthers can take away from this game to try and collect their next win in their next contest?
To be honest, I don't even think they got a chance to show any good flashes. I just think the Bloodhounds blitzed them really quickly, and that lead got out of control really quickly.
Mohammed, I'll have to concur that there's not a lot of good to take away. I will say I liked what I saw from Akinwale. I thought he was very impressive tonight. Ofori has been good all year. Not shocked that he had a quality game tonight, but again, not a lot of good to take away from the Panthers. Mohammed, any final notes as we wrap up here on the SUNY Old Westbury men's basketball team and their defeat tonight?
The Panthers, they have a game on Friday, so I just think if they don't want to be 0-6, don't want to be that winless team, just try to play a whole new brand of basketball. Just play a lot smarter, get into their paint, don't shoot a lot of these contested three-point shots, which the Panthers airballed, so just play a lot better.
Mohammed, they took a lot of shots that you just can't take. But
yep.
As you alluded to, their next upcoming games to close out November. They'll play on Friday, November 21st against York College. That'll be a road game. And they'll play another road game against Hunter College. That'll be on November 25th on Tuesday. We want to thank you all here for tuning in on OWWR, Old Westbury Web Radio. A special thanks to our engineer tonight. That was Angelina. My color commentator, my partner here tonight, that is the one and only Mohammed Ducare. Our sideline reporter, Jill Schaefer, a special thanks to her as well, and the one and only Joseph Manfredi, our station manager. I want to give a special shout out to the man who DJ'd tonight's game, first DJ of the year. That is Andrew. He did a phenomenal job, incredible setup, great music playing all night, kept the crowd energetic, even when the contest wasn't really that energetic. We want to thank everyone again for listening. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you guys in the next one.